Ewa Satalecka. I'm a lecturer of the Polish-Japanese Computer Technology Academy. I'm a dean of new media at this university, and I'm very happy to be with us today. And thank you, Ewelina and Ada, for patience and inviting me to today's meeting. I will try to stick to the schedule. So maybe a few words about the institution that I represent, Polish-Japanese Academy of Computer Technology.
So maybe I will tell you a bit about the Polish-Japanese Academy of Information Technology, which was created and launched by engineers in 1994. And after around 10 years, they recognized that what they are doing is very useful but awful at the same moment, and they need some artists to help them. So they invited artists from the Academy of Fine Arts in Warsaw, as well as from another art education centers, and they created new media art department, which is a part of the academy. We grown up, and I was invited by the former dean, Professor Marian Nowinski, in 2006 to join the crew because he was a reviewer of my PhD or doctoral of art thesis as a reviewer. So he invited me first with the lecture about area of my interest, which is typography, and especially motion typography. I am also involved somehow in the stage, and I worked for a long time with theaters, Silesian theaters, but not only, as a stage setter and costume designer for some plays. And I loved typography, as I said. And I've got also experience with puppet theater, and I must say that sometimes puppets and types, glyphs, they meet together, like in the Dwellings creation, the typographer and puppet creator from Boston. Maybe later on in the break a bit more about that. Because I am text keener, I tried to put on the stage text some of the famous poets and writers, some of philosophers, some of drama writers, and some of poetry. Some poetry by my sister. I used to work with the string quartet and musicians from Silesian region, and we made plenty of performance. Based on that and on the achievements of Polish modern music composers, I made some of my personal installations, which were subjects of my doctoral research and postdoctoral thesis as well. Some of my stage design was prized with the golden masks and things like that, but the biggest prize was I could do it, and I could work with motion typography. So invitation for Polish-Japanese Academy was also kind of distinction, and I started my program and sharing of my knowledge with the students. I am also the writer. I used to write about design and designers. There are 2 books edited by Character Publishing House from Krakow. One is my river interview with Krzysztof Lęk, and the second one, which will be published on 8 December this year, is a confession of Roman Duszek, both great Polish designers, both migrants who spent over 30 years creating, teaching, and living in USA. So, invited by the school and by students, obviously I started develop my passion, and together with the students we created international student motion typography festival, which is regularly opened as a biennial. First it was published in Warsaw, next in Mainz, in the Gutenberg Museum, next in Dublin, and this year online in Wellington, New Zealand. During these meetings, we are teaching about the technologies. We organized workshops, conferences, exhibitions, everything connected with text-based modern communication. But not only modern, the roots of modernity, they are coming from the past, so from the first science and calligraphy. And we involved such personalities like Brody Neuenschwander and Monika Marek, great calligraphers. You will meet them both today on the performance in 3D. Calligraphy and movement, notation of the hand movement might be noticed on the traditional material as well as kept in the virtual spaces, which I suppose Monika will develop the best in the future. Thinking about the future text communication and thinking about our school mission, which is multicultural, interdisciplinary, and new modern technology connection, we opened international research of the future of text, which was just closed this year. It started in 2018 and it was continuing during the last 3 years with our partners from Ireland, USA, Poland, Greece, and Japan. There were plenty of events, meetings, conferences, workshops, etc. And the one which we organized due to the COVID pandemic online was an algorithm smiles upon you. It was one of the plenty of them, as I said, and all of them, they are documented as the in the form of books. You can get these books for free in our library because they were financed by the grant from Nova. For the interaction design workshop about artificial intelligence, we invited 3 significant creators. Hartmut Bocknacker from Schwäbisch Gmünd, the CEO author of Generative Design book, which is fantastic book about working with engineering processing and another consequences of this programming. He wrote it with a team of teachers, and I recommend you as a very good resource. Some of the elements of the book are extant in the internet as free sources. The second one, I recognized reading Guardian article, which was completely wrote by a robot. And it's occurred that the conversation with a robot was programming by very, very young Berkeley University student William Poor. We invited William Poor, and he led a workshop with our students in collaboration with these robots, as well as we invited Ted Davis, who is also American as William, and Ted is based now on Basel University, very famous one as about typography design. So they attract robots and open sources of AI. to work together with our students. Curator of this workshop was one of our alumni, Ola Hojszyk, who is also involved in augmented reality design, AI, and ethics in AI-based design. And in the result of the workshop, our students created as well visuals as texts. So they came into the conversation with the open AI sources, with the little programming, with the little scripting. They provoke AI to respond, and during that dialogue, some visual forms and some text-based content was created. An exhibition is still available at our school and in the book. They used GPT-3, which is open AI sources, and there is a huge global discussion about this AI and machine learning, which is a form of education based on human resources and creating artificial knowledge. I believe that Ellen Perlman, who is our Fulbright visitor, will develop some information about that. I would like only say that this is obviously not something new. It is rooted deep in the past, and before we got the GPT-3, which we use in our workshop, there was a GPT-2, also open, and one which you know as a CAPTCHA. We educated these two GPT-2 and 3 using this text recognition and machine-based learning in CAPTCHA. So our collective effort put on this education caused that artificial intelligence now has a knowledge and has ability of creation, which might be text-based narration and visual forms. It is very intriguing and interesting how we create a new form of global brain, which is a collection of our minds, our abilities, and our knowledge. And this is also nothing new. You know perhaps history of Golem. So we are a bit like gods, but not very inventive, because as excavation shows, over 8,000 years ago in Jordan, there were people who also created sculptures or puppets or visual forms based on human skulls. Perhaps the heads of this construction were fearful with the human skulls, and the whole form was built on that. And we have modern form of golem. We can go to the Lego shop and we will find it as a part of our creation. So this is a kind of desire to find a replicant and to find a new form of interaction with something which is alive or alive in another form. We teach these alive forms to interpret what we know and to create something else, something more, something new. 2 years ago, Barbican, famous London-based gallery, opened an exhibition which was called More Than Human, and it was about the creativity of artificial intelligence. It was very, very popular, and a lot of visitors interact with the algorithms and forms represented on this exhibition. There is also available a catalog, which is collection of essays about artificial intelligence as a CEO creator of some forms, some art. I recommend. I am a reader, as I said, because my past started in the epoch of radio without television. So I like text, and I like text on the stage. I like text in the books, and then I like interaction with this text. As I said, I used to set also poems by my sister. She was a poet. She was a medical doctor and psychotherapist. 2 years ago, it's occurred that she got a brain tumor. We have two hemispheres. One right is very creative. One left is responsible for our reasonable contact with surrounding. Her left was completely destroyed by the tumor. So even she kept her creativity, she lost ability of the contact with the surrounding. She couldn't communicate, she couldn't write, she couldn't talk. I read a lot about the brain because in the secondary school I finished biology extent class, and I was keener of everything connected with our communication, form of retrieving and perception, everything what is our mental ability and our brain ability. So her disease caused, I started read more and more, and I found a lot of fantastic books about artificial intelligence and abilities of our brains. I would like to recommend you some. Inside this one by Hannah Fry, she is a very young mathematician from UK. She analyzed our relation with artificial intelligence, and what she suggests, she tells how much useful it could be if we are coming in the interaction with a good will, and how it could help us. Maybe you don't know, but the pigeons and artificial intelligence, they are the best examinators of the patterns. So when they read, in example, Röntgen or MRI reports, pictures, they recognize all of the diseases in 99.9% right. So they can support human in everything, but to do it, they need us human to deliver these materials for analyzing. What is Leonard Mlodinow writing about? He writes about elastic brain, which is fascinating. He is astrophysics connected with really deep science, but he switched also. He's also author of some scenarios and an expert for scientific fiction films, and a very good writer, full of sense of humor. And he suggests that we have something very, very special, which we still cannot teach artificial intelligence. There are our emotion and emotional responding for another alive objects. Plus, we can read over text communicates, which are still impossible for reading for anybody artificial, anything which is just artificial construction. And then I recommend also two next books, the one about how we learn, because we learn a bit another way than the artificial intelligence educated by us. And we are also very creative. However, we can also share a part of this creativity with the algorithms. There are polarized forms of perception deliberating by two great contemporary thinkers. The one is Franz de Waal, who is researcher on who is primatologist, who is researcher on the high intelligent animals and also human beings. And the second one is a philosopher, Yuval Noah Harari. They are deliberating and discussing the same problems from various points of view. I recommend you strongly their dialogue and debate which took place not so far, a few weeks ago in Poland, and it is still available on internet, on the Facebook as a recorded discussion about ethics and future of our relation with artificial intelligence and how much creating artificial intelligence, sharing our brains, sharing our emotions, sharing our ethical values, we can educate it. Perhaps Ellen will develop this topic. Why we do it? I think there is still kind of temptation of immortality in our brains, and something which was refused by Odysseus, and is also a topic of one contemporary play by Warlikowski. I think it is our desire of being perfect, desire of having something which is perfect body, perfect mind, being the best. So we try to change this common narration, but there are no global agreement about values. Maybe this is why we have still problem with education of artificial intelligence, and maybe this is why instead the very empathetic, full of emotion friend, we got a fascist, which displayed our worst side of mind and behavior. So, am I useful for artificial intelligence? I think I'm very useful because with every click, I teach it. And it depends on me and as well on you, how and what the artificial intelligence will earn in result, because we all using these facilities are teachers and it learns from us. Thank you.